All right, welcome back. In the last lecture, we added our sign sprite and our player sprite. It was really important that we had our sign sprite in here, so when our player actually moves around the layout, you can actually see the player moving left, right, up, and down. If we didn't have this, it wouldn't look that way later on when we add our camera movement. So if you hit play now, it's going to look like it's moving, but that's because it's the incorrect movement. So yes, we can see that this is moving, but when we fix this movement and we have a camera, it's going to look like it's not moving at all, and it's just going to look like it's changing animation. So it's a good thing that we have that sprite there. That way we can actually illustrate motion. But let's get rid of this horrible player movement where it looks like we're riding a wave. So let's start by going into our player behavior, and let's turn off our default controls. So we no longer want to use the arrow keys. We're going to set it up on our own using W, A, S, and D. The next thing we're going to do, by setting this to no, we are no longer using these settings by default. So we need to manually tweak which settings we want to use. The only setting I want to use is the max speed, and 200 is too high. So I'm going to put this all the way down to 1, and there we go. Our player 8-directional behavior is perfect. So hit save, and then what we need to do is we need to set up our event sheets. So let's rename this event sheet 1 to our main game event. Then let's rename this layout to our main game layout. So now this layout is using this event. Let's make a new event and call it our player event, and go to our main game event and include our player event. So now we've made a chain. Our main game layout uses our main game event where we can have main code, but it's also including our player event, which is going to handle all of our player needs. So let's start by setting up our keyboard control. What we're going to do is we're going to add our keyboard event, key is down, hit the key W, and hit OK. Copy and paste this, so now we can just easily change it to WA, and let's go to S and D. Perfect. The last thing we need to do is we need to right click and we need to add a global text variable. Let's call this our player underscore direction, DIR. And we don't even need to give it a value, and hit OK. Great. Now we are ready to add these actions.